All right, welcome back to Simply On Chain. If you are looking for a more data-driven approach to your investing by using metrics that have been proven from cycle to cycle, this is the channel for you. Today, I am going to show you how you know when it's the optimal time to sell your Bitcoin by looking at MVRV standard deviation bands. As a preview, let's go back and look at how effective this metric has been in the past. For now, I just want you to look at where we are in the cycle when the Bitcoin price in white has surpassed the hot pink line. The Bitcoin price surpasses the hot pink line here in 2013, marking the local peak, and then also here, marking the actual peak. In 2017, the price surpasses the pink line here, and if you sold there, you would have absolutely nailed the bull run peak. In 2021, price surpasses the pink line here, which falls a little short of the bull run peak, but when it crosses again, that is the exact area that would have been the ideal time to sell. And now that we've gotten a little bit of a preview, let's dive into the agenda for the day. First, we will do a brief recap of MVRV and discuss why it corresponds so well with price peaks. Then, we will dissect the formula that was used in order to create these bands. Next, we will do a deep dive into the charts and see how this would have performed within each cycle. Finally, we will discuss the current bull market and where we are headed. So what is MVRV? MVRV is the market value of Bitcoin divided by the realized value. Essentially, it measures how profitable people are. The higher this number is, the more likely it is for people to take profits, causing the price to drop. With this introduction, I hope you can kind of start to see why this is such a powerful metric. Now, let's briefly dive into the formula that was used in order to create these bands. The formula is equal to MVRV ratio plus standard deviation times the magnitude of the standard deviation times realized price. In this case, the magnitude of the standard deviations are -1, -0.5, 0.5, and 1.8. These are what creates the different bands. When price is over 1.8 standard deviations above the MVRV ratio, it is bound to snap back closer to the mean. Now that we understand the logic behind these bands, let's move on to the chart deep dive. Okay, so the pink line represents the 1.8 standard deviation MVRV. The orange line represents the 0.5 standard deviation MVRV. And then the green is the -0.5, and the blue is the -1. And the white line represents the Bitcoin price. Now, in order to get you a better view, I am going to zoom in into the 2013 bull run. In 2013, the price is overlapping with the hot pink line here, and then when it finally definitively surpasses the hot pink line, that marks the actual peak. That peak was followed by a 50% correction before it started rallying again, and then it starts overlapping with the hot pink line, and then again definitively surpasses it around here, which marked the actual peak of this bull run. In 2017, this indicator is pretty clear. The price surpasses the hot pink line here, and when it definitively does, that marks the exact peak, and that is followed by a huge bear market. In 2021, this indicator was slightly messier, but regardless, still very helpful. So you'll see that it prematurely surpasses the pink line here at around 40K, which isn't close to the top of about 64. But right when it surpasses the pink line, there is almost a 25% decrease. So the indicator would have protected you from that. But the second time it surpasses the hot pink line, that is right around the range where the peak is. Now that we've dissected each bull run, let's talk a little bit about where we are now. So earlier this year, price got somewhat close to touching the pink band. If you had sold there, you would have sold at around 73K before we consolidated for the next 6 to 7 months. Right now, we are probably about halfway in between the pink and orange bands, which means that we do have a lot of room to run. I do think that it would actually be good for price to cool off for a little bit longer because we don't want the price to just shoot up straight past the pink band, causing a huge decrease in price and potentially ending the bull market early. This would also mean price wouldn't go as high as a lot of people thought it might have. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe so you can get updates as we make progress throughout this bull run. See you next time.